They call it the most sinful country in Europe, a place where shadows linger in the corners of every story, and the past is never truly silent. But what does that mean? Is it vice, or is it fierce independence misunderstood by outsiders? Is it a reputation earned, or a myth that's grown with every retelling? Join me as we peel back the layers of Albania, a place where secrets and stories challenge everything you thought you knew. Here, every alleyway and ancient door hides a memory, and every stone has witnessed 1,000 untold tales. I first heard the whispers in a market in Istanbul, from an old trader who called it Shqipëri, the land of the eagles. His eyes sparkled with the weight of legends, and his words hinted at mysteries waiting to be uncovered. He spoke of a land where promises are sacred, yet easily broken, and where ancient codes still rule. In the mountains, loyalty is everything, and betrayal is never forgotten. Albania's sins, he said, are not of greed, but of passion and loyalty. Here, love and vengeance are two sides of the same coin, and every family has its own code of honor. Under Enver Hoxha, faith itself became a crime. A simple prayer could cost you everything. The regime tried to erase belief, but the spirit of the people endured, hidden behind closed doors and whispered in the dark. This is the crucible in which modern Albania was forged. Out of oppression and secrecy, a new identity emerged, resilient, proud, and fiercely protective of its truths. As we begin this journey, let's cast aside preconceptions and open our hearts to the stories ahead. We'll walk ancient cities, sail wild coasts, and discover a land where history is alive in every breath of wind. We'll meet people who carry the weight of history in their eyes, whose lives are shaped by the promises kept and broken by generations before them. The final revelation will change how you see this country forever. Albania is not just a land of unspoken sins, but a place of hope, resilience, and stories waiting to be told. To understand Albania, you must first understand its scars. For centuries under Ottoman rule, Albanians clung to their language and identity in the mountains. This spirit of resistance is woven into the national soul. The 20th century brought Enver Hoxha's iron rule, decades of isolation, paranoia, and fear. Bunkers littered the land, and children were taught to inform on their parents. Religion was outlawed. History before communism was erased. When the regime fell, Albania emerged broken and unprepared for the world. Chaos followed, pyramid schemes collapsed, and near-civil war erupted in 1997. This history explains the fierce loyalty and mistrust of outsiders you find today. Albanians have earned their right to be different. Their suffering and defiance are the keys to their passionate, sometimes volatile nature. The past is never far away here. In the northern mountains, where the peaks are shrouded in mist and time seems to stand still, the kanun of Leka Dukagjini still shapes daily life, quietly guiding the rhythms of these remote communities. It's an unwritten code, passed down through generations, dictating marriage, property, and above all, honor, an invisible law that everyone knows by heart. At its core is Besa, a promise so sacred it's worth dying for, a word that binds families and strangers alike in trust. But the kanun's dark side is the Jak Marja, or blood feud, a relentless cycle of revenge that can last for generations, tearing families apart and leaving scars that never fully heal. Men become prisoners in their own homes, trapped by the weight of family honor and the fear of retribution lurking outside. I met a man near Shkodër, confined for years because of his brother's crime. No anger, just weary acceptance etched into his face, a life paused by a code older than memory. The kanun provides order where the state cannot reach, offering a sense of justice and belonging, but at a terrible price. While the state tries to end blood feuds and bring peace, the shadow of old grievances still lingers in the valleys and villages. Albania's cultural DNA is raw and primal, forged in hardship, valuing family, loyalty, and reputation above all else. To truly understand Albania, you must understand the kanun, its rules, its spirit, and its contradictions. Here, promises are sacred, and insults are never forgotten. Every word and gesture carries the weight of history. The code is both a shield, protecting the community, and a prison, locking people into ancient cycles. It's a world apart from modern Europe, a place where the past is never far away, and tradition still rules the present. To feel history in your bones, visit Gjirokastër. The city of stone. Its Ottoman-era houses cling to the mountainside, each a fortress against time and turmoil. Walk its cobbled streets and you'll hear echoes of rebels, poets, and pashas. The Gjirokastër fortress dominates the skyline, a symbol of conquest and resistance. Inside, you'll find relics from Ali Pasha to Cold War paranoia, a U.S. Air Force plane, a chilling reminder of Hakshah's regime. Gjirokastër birthed both Ismail Kadare, Albania's greatest novelist, and Enver Hoxha, its dictator. This duality, beauty and brutality, defines the city. Life here moves at its own pace. Artisans craft wood and stone, families gather at dusk. Gjirokastër is more than a UNESCO site. It's the soul of a nation that remembers everything. Tradition and community run deep. The city is a living metaphor for Albania. Enduring, complex, unforgettable. To visit is to step into a living story. Here, the past is always present. After the mountains, there is the Riviera, a coastline of wild, dazzling beauty. From Vlore to Saranda, mountains plunge into turquoise sea, with hidden coves and sleepy villages. Unlike crowded Mediterranean resorts, much of the Albanian Riviera remains untouched. Drive the Lagera Pass, find a secluded beach, and let the world slip away. Butrint, near Saranda, is a UNESCO treasure. Greek, Roman, and Byzantine ruins in a magical setting. Here, Albania's sins are those of joy. Grilled fish by the sea, dancing until dawn, or simply doing nothing at all. The Riviera is Albania's reward to itself, a place of light and laughter. It's a stunning contrast to the country's dark history. This is paradise found, where the past and present meet in bliss. The sea washes away all sins. How do people live in this land of contrasts? In cities like Tirana, tradition meets modernity. Cafés are the city's heart, and the evening shiro, a communal stroll, remains sacred. After communism's collapse, Albanians became masters of improvisation and entrepreneurship. Small businesses thrive, but challenges like low wages and corruption persist. Family is everything: the safety net, the bank, the source of support and pressure. Multiple generations often live together, honor and reputation fiercely guarded. This loyalty is a legacy of a history where only family could be trusted. Albanians love to celebrate. Weddings are epic, holidays are shared by all. After years of repression, freedom is cherished. There's a spirit of live and let live here. Music, dance, and joy are woven into daily life. Modern Albanians embrace both the old and the new. Life here is a celebration of resilience. In the hills above, Tirana stands the Bektashi Order's world headquarters, a symbol of Albania's unique religious spirit. The Bektashi faith blends Sufi Islam with Christian and pagan beliefs, embracing tolerance and joy. Their ceremonies are filled with music and poetry. Women participate equally, and even alcohol is allowed. Bektashis were persecuted under communism, but their faith survived in secret. Today, Albania is a patchwork of Muslims, Bektashis, Catholics, and Orthodox Christians. Religious identity is often secondary to national identity. Mixed marriages and shared holidays are common. This spirit of tolerance is Albania's greatest gift. In a region scarred by religious strife, Albania stands as a beacon of coexistence. The Bektashi order is central to this harmony. Here, faith is personal, joyful, and free. Now, the secret I promised, the tradition of the Burnisha, or sworn virgins, a custom that has fascinated and mystified outsiders for generations. In the remote northern mountains of Albania, some women make a life-altering decision. They take a vow of lifelong chastity and choose to live as men. This means cutting their hair short, dressing in men's clothing, adopting male names, and even taking on the mannerisms and responsibilities of men. In doing so, they gain rights and freedoms that were traditionally denied to women in their society. These Burnesha become the heads of their households, able to own property, make important decisions, and even carry arms, privileges that would otherwise be out of reach for women. For many, this is not just a personal choice, but a practical one, often made to protect family honor, to provide for relatives, or to avoid an unwanted or forced marriage in a deeply patriarchal society. It's a path to freedom and respect, but it comes at a steep cost: the sacrifice of marriage, motherhood, and a conventional female identity. Meeting a Bernisha is unforgettable. Their presence commands respect. Their words carry weight, but their eyes often reveal the depth of their personal sacrifice and the loneliness that can come with such a unique role. They are not transgender in the modern sense, but rather a third gender born from necessity and tradition, shaped by the harsh realities of their environment. Today, this tradition is fading. Only a handful of Bernisha remain, standing as the last guardians of a vanishing world and a way of life that is almost lost to history. The so-called sin of the Bernisha is not a moral failing, but the courageous act of defying rigid gender lines for the sake of survival and family. Their story is one of immense sacrifice, unyielding strength, and remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. The ultimate secret of Albania is not just its harshness, but the honor and willpower of those who endure, especially the Bernisha, who embody the spirit of survival. Their legacy is a powerful testament to agency, courage, and dignity in an unforgiving world. The Bernisha are living legends, symbols of a unique Albanian resilience that continues to inspire and intrigue the world. Our journey through Albania's sins ends, but the story is far from over. We've walked stone cities, uncovered ancient codes, and met those who defy them. Albania's sins are passion, loyalty, and tolerance, a refusal to be anything but itself. This is a land of heroes, not villains. The warmth of its people, the taste of its food, and the beauty of its landscapes will stay with you. Albania is changing, but its spirit endures. Proud, defiant, and unforgettable. Let this be the beginning of your discovery. There are more stories to tell, more secrets to uncover. If this journey has touched you, follow along for more. The adventure is just beginning. Thank you for sharing this journey.